Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. I'm here with bookcovers.com, which, as you probably know by now, is the world's largest pre-made book cover marketplace. Now, what that means is it's a marketplace in that authors can purchase a cover, but those covers are actually designed by other creators. So artists upload their cover to bookcovers.com, and the authors search for those covers and purchase one. Sounds simple. The key differentiator, and this is why bookcovers.com is super cool, if I do say so myself, you can actually put the text on your cover design, as many times as you want. Once you purchase the cover, you own it. It is unique. It is not AI generated. So this is a human marketplace of artists meeting authors and working together and collaborating. But I want to home in on that last thing I said about authors being able to put their text on, because this is something no other platform does. It's real time. It's customizable, drag and drop interface. It's something we're constantly improving. We're actually working on a redesign right now, but it works. Everything's already ready to go right now. You can go to bookcovers.com and try this out. So I wanted to show you what this all looks like and kind of walk through it step by step, as if I were an author hoping to purchase this cover. In a previous video, I found this cover for my fake theoretical post-apocalyptic EMP warfare type book. This I thought was a great fit. You'll notice there's a watermarked blank version so that somebody can't just go download this and use it on their own. We want to make sure that every cover is unique, so it's purchased, and this designer Robin will need to make sure if she's got it available anywhere else. Sometimes it happens. She needs to take that down so that you, the author who purchased this, has the rights to this cover. You own it outright. It's yours. You purchased it for $69. It's yours. But so we put a watermark on it to protect you from that happening, from somebody downloading it illegally and using it. And then they also upload a lower resolution mock-up of what it could look like with the title, and in this case, all caps, Garamond Pro type font. It may not be that exactly. Subtitle, author name. So sometimes artists will put, a series name up here, or they'll move the title around. But what I want to home in on is that you don't need the artist to do this for you. You, the author, can go in and say, hey, this is a great design. I love the way it looks. I'm going to go in and add my own text to it. So to do that on any cover, you can do this before you purchase the cover. You can do this after you purchase the cover for free as many times as you want. So if you wanted to use this same design for a series, for example, and not change anything else but the text, you can do that. It's your cover, and now you've just got a cover for however many books in your series. You press customize and add to cart. Now, this is because I haven't purchased this yet, but you'll see the customization tool loads right away. It's up here. Ignore that there's stuff in my cart. This won't be the case for you, obviously. Again, our watermark here to protect from people just downloading our designs illegally and going with them. Now, the first thing you'll notice is you'll see the blank cover ready for your text. You can use some predefined templates that I've designed in here if you want to just start fresh start with one of those and not start fresh. You'll see book title and author name just got applied just like it is in this little template. You can delete these. Let's get rid of those and go with something more scripty. Book title, author name. Now, you'll notice right away this covers his face. We probably don't want that. So we can drag it down and it will snap to guides if you put it in the center. Just kind of a design hint. I wouldn't put it in the center. Think in terms of rule of thirds, photography rules. Lower thirds, middle third, upper third, vertically and horizontally. So putting something right dead center in the middle of the book sometimes doesn't look that great. Now, there are no hard and fast rules with design, and that's why it is tricky. If you're not a designer, as if you're just an author who just wants a quick book cover. That's also why we developed this, because we want to make sure it's easy for you, the person who's not a designer but a great writer, can get a fantastic looking book cover made in a minute. It's going to take longer than a minute for me to show you all this, but that's because I want to show you the full system. So let's get rid of that. Let's say I like the author name down here. I might actually want to make it a little bit bigger so we can scale it up. Now, there are some guides that may be hard to see. I can't zoom in here very easily, but you can kind of see once you click on an element, a text element, you'll see a dotted line there, which is really there just to keep things on the screen and so things don't go off the screen. Now, again, design, there's no hard and fast rule. So if I wanted to, I could actually go all the way over to the side of the screen there, Let's make this even bigger. How do I want to do this? Let's say author name. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's just delete that and put in, whoops, I did that wrong. Let's put in, delete that space and then put them next to each other or on top of each other. I'm going to left align them. And you know what would be easier than doing this is if I just duplicated the text. One of them I'm going to delete the word name, and then one of them I'm going to delete the word author. So we have basically the same thing, but now I have full free reign of sizing each text element. So what I've got in mind is I've seen a cool cover design that used kind of right aligned text all the way up against the edge. Now this isn't for print, right? This particular design is the ebook version. So I can go off the sides and I'm not going to get in trouble by the printer. No printer is going to come back and say, "Oh, we can't print this because you're off the guidelines," because this isn't for print. At bookcovers.com, we can take any of your covers, by the way, and make a print version, which is a full wrap. So with the spine, the back cover, all that. We can do a hardcover as well for you based on the design of this ebook cover. Whether or not you used our designer, our customization tool that I'm showing you now, doesn't matter. You can upload any cover you want, send it to us, and say, "Hey, I want a full wrap." It costs $149. Usually the turnaround time is 24 to 48 hours. If you send us the correct template and sizing and all that. That's for another video, though. I wanted to show you this because this is just the customization tool for the ebook. This would be typically the first step in getting your book ready for production. Obviously, you've written the book, you've formatted it, maybe using Draft2Digital's formatting tool, which is totally free, by the way. And then you need a cover. And so you go and create the ebook cover, which is what I'm doing now. So this is sort of what I'm picturing here. Let's go ahead and just make this real. I'm going to say my name, which is Nick, and my last name is not name, it's Thacker. So right there, we've just found out it's a little bit too big. That's okay. We're going to make it smaller. Maybe I'm going to lower the letter spacing just a little bit because I have this idea of making this sort of as big as possible and right aligning it. I want some vertical space under here. I want a little bit of a gap there. This name, I do want to right align as well, kind of stack it on top with a little bit of a gap also. And I might go a little bit bigger on there. Oh, whoops. Oops. So what did I do here? There we go. Add that. And then Nick, I want to be a little bit bigger, just like that. Maybe a little bit too big. Sorry, getting picky. I'm a designer as well. And so, you can play all day in these kind of tools. So what we have here is a decent title. A decent author name. I think this works really well. The way it kind of flows around the guy on the cover, if you notice that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted it to look a little bit like it's sort of almost kind of curved around. It's giving every piece the right sort of space. Does that make sense? What we're missing, of course, is the title itself. So let's add boycott might work. I like the font, boycott regular. I don't know that it works too well with the Bebas New. The Bebas New down here that I've used for my author name. Again, this is getting into the weeds as far as design goes. But we've got two big, chunky, heavy font typefaces, I should say. And boycott regular with Bebas New may not look so good. So I'm going to get rid of that one and go with something, maybe quicksand could work. Put that up here. I do want it to be all caps. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. This one is a little squiggly. It's got some curves. This isn't a curvy book. This isn't a squiggly book. This is a big, blocky, post-apocalyptic EMP, heavy sort of book that I've got in mind, this theoretical thing that I've made up. So quicksand isn't going to work for me. One thing to do is to go with the exact same font that I had before. Now, I'm not seeing it here. You can actually click on Load More Fonts, and we've got all sorts of fonts in here. These are just Google fonts. You can use them commercially, so we've included Google fonts for you. You know what? I kind of like Railway, actually. I might add that. So now the font is added to my workspace. So I've got Railway down there. You'll see, here it is. So I click on Railway. Let's make it full caps again. Okay, this is working. I think this might work. I think I'm going to make this work. I think we're going to use Railway, and what we're going to do is give it, I don't have a book title yet, but what I'm going to do is do book title. We'll do all in one, left align, and I'm going to mess with the line height a little bit. What about update the font size? And actually, I'm going to right align this. Here's what I was trying to do with the other one. Let's make it all caps. We lost that. And then I'm going to put this on the right here. Now, running into some problems because the gun is kind of hidden. I don't want that. I want this all to be just perfect. So I might do this, put the book title over here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Um, it needs color. So it's white right now. We can open up our color selection tool. We've got some pre-built ones. Now, these are just totally generic ones. They are not meant to be matched with this book cover at all. This would be the closest one, but again, you can see it's a little too dark because it sort of hides in there. It's not bad, but it just sort of hides in there. So instead, what I might do is pick a stroke color. You could do black around that and give it a little bit of width. And then what happens is, why is that not showing up correctly? Looks like our stroke did not save. There we go. Okay. So now we've got a stroke on there, and I don't like that, so I'm going to get rid of it. But the point is, you can play around with this. You can make, change your colors. If you want to pick a new color, you can literally just click in the box. It'll get rid of this orange color. This, I'm sure there's a name for it. It looks orange to me. Let's select something that's a little bit closer to white, but also in that kind of orange category. So maybe something down here. That's getting to be a little gray. We'll bump up the slider there. Yellow might actually work. Maybe a little bit more orange. Something like that. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to save this color. It should pop up next time I reload this page. That's something we can fix. But I'll copy this just in case. So we have that hex code, and then I'm going to just apply the same hex code to this. So there we go. For the author name, I'll have to do it for 2 of them because we split that out into 2 different text boxes. Excuse me. Okay, now it looks almost like the whole image has been filtered somehow. It's all kind of this orangey filter. So I'm going to go back and undo. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. I was going to say it shouldn't undo all of that. Undo. And let's just go back here and do white. Yeah. Okay, that's better. I don't love this font. I might play with this font a little bit more, but for the sake of this video, you get the point. You change your font. You get it exactly the way you want it. You drag and drop. You can add new fonts. You can restart with a predefined template. One of the things I wanted to point out in this video, I'll do another whole video on this. There is a feature in bookcovers.com that lets you save not the whole image and text, but just the text. So if you wanted to, you can save this to your designs, which just is a very behind the scenes sort of way of saving it. So if you wanted to load something from your designs, you have it here. So this, if I click this, will just apply that text. Now, nothing changed because I didn't have anything. I had already had this basically applied. But if I get rid of these and click on my designs and I click go, all of a sudden I have this design saved to my designs. So what that means is if you're working on a series of books, for example, and you want the same sort of style but a different book title, so title 1, title 2, title 3, whatever. And then maybe you even have the series up there. You have, text that says a novel, whatever you want to do. USA Today best-selling author, that sort of thing. You can save all that as a design, a book cover design. It actually saves it as a file called a .bcd, which is book cover design, which is our proprietary format for these book covers, and it will show up in your designs. Now, one thing you may notice is I'm not logged in. So you're going to find that if you save this and you're not logged in, it's probably going to lose it. Now, try to do it with IP address. So if you log in at the same sort of session and IP address, it might show up. But to be safe, you need to make a free account at bookcovers.com, and you will be able to pull this design up at any point in the future. So you can have as many designs as you want. They're all just basically text files. So they're very lightweight. And then if you wanted to, here's just something we've added recently. If you see the file menu here, when you're in our customizer, you can actually save it as a file. So it's the same design, but what this does, you may not have seen that, but it downloaded the actual BCD file. If you open it, it's just going to be gibberish. It's JSON formatted plain text, essentially. But the portability means that you can take that file and you can send it to someone else so they can use it on their own book covers cover. Or you can send it to a designer to have them mess with the text. Again, this is just the text. It's not saving the image. It's just saving the text so that you can quickly apply that text to other projects that you may have. So we found that was a great feature for people who write in series. So they can just quickly apply their design by going to their design tab, click, boom, go. And then all you have to do is click next step. It will upload. It'll actually process all this, kind of crunch it all into an image, high resolution graphic ready to go. So it'll take a little bit to upload that file to our server. But then once you have it on the server, you can check out and you get your book cover download that same instant, essentially. And again, you can then go back once you've purchased it. You can then go back and edit the cover. It will upload. It will open this same exact customizer with your text on the image as you had it the last time you edited it, and it will say the price that you originally paid. But once you go through the next step, we'll auto apply a coupon code, like a 100% off coupon code that's unique to that specific browser instance, and that lets you essentially go through the checkout process again for free and download your book. And it sounds like that's a few too many steps, but the reason we do it that way is so that you, as an author, can have like a history of your edits. So you can actually go back in time and say, okay, this order with this graphic, with this design, with this text is exactly what I want. I don't want the newer ones. We save them in there, for posterity, but you can go back in time and click on those and just immediately apply that text from that moment in time to your book. Make your changes, move things around. Maybe this next book in the series, I want to left align. Maybe because the graphic is kind of flipped over. It's a different person with a different gun, whatever. And then you can just move all this stuff over and you've got your new cover for your new series. You click next step, upload it, boom, done. And you're ready to go. So, sorry, you would have to apply your design template first and then move things around. You get the point. So I wanted to show you this. It's a very powerful, very easy to use drag and drop customization tool. No other platform is doing this exactly this way. We found that it's just really cool. Authors love being able to apply their own text and their own creativity to a cover that was designed by an actual cover designer artist. And that's what bookcovers.com is, a marketplace for authors and artists to share and swap and purchase each other's covers. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this helps you. Stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe on all that stuff on this channel. And you will get all the dirty details and secrets of bookcovers.com.